Every 4 years, the world comes together for one event that captures the hearts of billions of people. The FIFA World Cup, since its beginning in 1930, this tournament has become the biggest stage in football, producing unforgettable matches, legendary players, and historic moments that have inspired generations. From 13 teams arriving by ship in Uruguay to billions of fans watching across the globe, the FIFA World Cup has grown into the greatest sporting event on earth. This is the complete history of the FIFA World Cup. The first FIFA World Cup was held in Uruguay in 1930 after FIFA President Jules Rimet fulfilled his dream of creating a global football tournament. Uruguay was chosen as the host after winning the Olympic football titles in 1924 and 1928 and celebrating the centenary of its constitution. Only 13 teams participated, and most European nations traveled to South America by ship. On July 30th, 1930, Uruguay defeated neighboring Argentina 4-2 in the final at the Estadio Centenario in Montevideo, becoming the first FIFA World Cup champions. A new chapter in football history had begun. The second FIFA World Cup took place in Italy and became the first tournament to include equalization matches. 16 teams competed, making the competition more organized and competitive. Backed by passionate home supporters, Italy defeated Czechoslovakia 2-1 after extra time in the final under coach Vittorio Pozzo. Italy won its first World Cup title and established itself as one of football's strongest nations. France hosted the third FIFA World Cup in 1938. Europe was experiencing growing political tension, but the tournament still brought nations together through football. Italy successfully defended its title by defeating Hungary 4-2 in the final, becoming the first nation to win back-to-back FIFA World Cups. Unfortunately, this would be the last World Cup for many years, as the outbreak of World War II forced FIFA to cancel the 1942 and 1946 tournaments. After a 12-year absence caused by World War II, the FIFA World Cup finally returned in 1950. Brazil hosted the tournament and built the magnificent Maracanã Stadium, expecting to celebrate its first World Cup triumph in front of nearly 200,000 fans. However, football produced one of its greatest surprises. In the decisive final match, Uruguay defeated Brazil 2-1 in what became known as the Maracanazo. The shocking defeat silenced the Brazilian crowd and remains one of the most unforgettable moments in World Cup history. The 1954 FIFA World Cup was held in Switzerland and produced one of the greatest upsets football has ever seen. Hungary entered the final unbeaten for 4 years and were considered almost unbeatable. However, West Germany came from behind to defeat Hungary 3-2 in a match forever remembered as the Miracle of Bern. It marked West Germany's first World Cup title and proved that determination could overcome even the strongest favorites. The 1958 FIFA World Cup introduced the world to a 17-year-old Brazilian named Pelé. Although still a teenager, Pelé displayed extraordinary talent throughout the tournament and quickly became football's newest sensation. Brazil defeated host nation Sweden 5-2 in the final to win its first FIFA World Cup. Pelé scored twice in the final and finished the tournament as one of its brightest stars. His performances marked the beginning of one of the greatest careers in football history and signaled Brazil's rise as a global football powerhouse. The 1962 FIFA World Cup was hosted by Chile. Despite the country recovering from one of the most powerful earthquakes ever recorded just 2 years earlier. Determined to prove its resilience, Chile successfully organized the tournament and welcomed the world. Brazil entered as defending champions, but disaster struck when Pelé suffered an injury early in the competition. Fortunately for Brazil, Garrincha stepped forward with outstanding performances, leading the team to another World Cup title. Brazil defeated Czechoslovakia 3-1 in the final, becoming only the second nation to successfully defend the FIFA World Cup. England hosted the FIFA World Cup for the first time in 1966. Bringing football home. That tournament featured exciting matches and introduced one of the most debated moments in football history. In the final, England faced West Germany at Wembley Stadium. Geoff Hurst scored a controversial goal that Crosser perhaps did not fully cross the goal line before adding another goal to complete the only hat-trick ever scored in a men's World Cup final. England won 4-2 after extra time, securing its first and, so far, only FIFA World Cup title. The 1970 FIFA World Cup in Mexico is widely regarded as one of the greatest tournaments ever played. It was also the first World Cup to be broadcast in color, allowing millions of fans around the world to experience football in a completely new way. Brazil arrived with one of the greatest teams in football history, featuring legends such as Pelé, Jairzinho, Rivelino, Tostão, and Carlos Alberto. In the final, Brazil defeated Italy 4-1 with a breathtaking display of attacking football. Carlos Alberto's famous goal, created by a brilliant team move, is still considered one of the greatest goals in World Cup history. By winning their third World Cup, Brazil earned permanent ownership of the Jules Rimet Trophy, and Pelé became the only player in history to win 3 men's FIFA World Cups. The 1974 FIFA World Cup was hosted by West Germany and introduced the world to one of football's greatest tactical innovations, total football. Led by Johan Cruyff, the Netherlands amazed fans with their attacking style and reached the final after dominating many of their opponents. However, West Germany remained calm under pressure. Despite conceding an early penalty, the hosts came from behind to defeat the Netherlands 2-1 and lift their second FIFA World Cup trophy. Captain Franz Beckenbauer became one of football's greatest leaders, while Cruyff's Netherlands left a lasting legacy despite finishing as runners-up. Argentina hosted the FIFA World Cup for the first time in 1978. Playing in front of passionate home supporters, Argentina reached the final against the Netherlands. Mario Kempes delivered an unforgettable performance, scoring twice as Argentina defeated the Dutch 3-1 after extra time. The victory gave Argentina its first FIFA World Cup title and created unforgettable celebrations across the country. Spain hosted the 1982 FIFA World Cup, which became the first tournament to feature 24 teams instead of 16. The expansion allowed more nations to compete and increased the tournament's global popularity. Italy began the tournament slowly but improved dramatically during the knockout stage. Striker Paolo Rossi, who had returned from suspension before the competition, scored 6 goals, including a famous hat-trick against Brazil. Italy defeated West Germany 3-1 in the final to win its third FIFA World Cup, while Rossi finished as the tournament's top scorer and greatest hero. Mexico became the first nation to host the FIFA World Cup twice, and the tournament produced one of football's greatest individual performances. Diego Maradona carried Argentina throughout the competition with extraordinary skill, creativity, and determination. In the quarterfinal against England, Maradona scored 2 of the most famous goals in football history. The first became known as the Hand of God, while the second, after dribbling past several English players from inside his own half, was later voted the goal of the century. Argentina defeated West Germany 3-2 in the final, securing their second FIFA World Cup title. Maradona's performances in Mexico remain one of the greatest individual tournaments ever played and cemented his place among football's greatest legends. By the end of the 1986 FIFA World Cup, football had entered a new era. Television audiences were growing rapidly. Players were becoming global superstars. The World Cup was no longer just a football tournament. It had become a worldwide celebration, watched by millions across every continent. The next decades would introduce new champions, unforgettable finals, and some of the greatest players the sport had ever seen. The 1990 FIFA World Cup returned to Italy and became one of the most defensive tournaments in World Cup history. Goals were difficult to find, but the competition produced memorable moments, including the rise of Cameroon, who became the first African nation to reach the quarterfinals. In the final, West Germany faced Argentina in a rematch of the 1986 final. A late penalty gave West Germany a 1-0 victory and their third FIFA World Cup title. Captain Lothar Matthäus lifted the trophy, while Germany completed their revenge against Argentina. The 1994 FIFA World Cup was hosted by the United States, bringing football to a new audience. The tournament set attendance records and proved that football could thrive in North America. The final between Brazil and Italy ended 0-0 after extra time, becoming the first World Cup final decided by a penalty shootout. The decisive moment came when Italian star Roberto Baggio missed his penalty. Sending the ball over the crossbar, Brazil won the shootout and secured its fourth FIFA World Cup title. The 1998 FIFA World Cup in France marked the first tournament to feature 32 teams, giving more nations the opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage. Host nation France reached the final against defending champions Brazil. Inspired by Zinedine Zidane, who scored 2 goals from headers, France dominated the match and won 3-0. The victory gave France its first FIFA World Cup title and transformed Zidane into a national hero. The 2002 FIFA World Cup made history as the first tournament held in Asia and the first to be co-hosted by 2 nations. Brazil arrived with a powerful team led by Ronaldo Nazario, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. After recovering from serious injuries that nearly ended his career, Ronaldo produced one of football's greatest comebacks. He scored 8 goals during the tournament, including both goals in the final against Germany. Brazil won 2-0 and lifted its 5th FIFA World Cup trophy, extending its record as the most successful nation in World Cup history. Germany hosted the 2006 FIFA World Cup, a tournament remembered for both great football and dramatic moments. Italy reached the final against France in Berlin during extra time. One of the most shocking moments in football history occurred when French captain Zinedine Zidane headbutted Italian defender Marco Materazzi and was sent off in the final match of his career. The match went to penalties, where Italy emerged victorious, winning its 4th FIFA World Cup title. The 2010 FIFA World Cup became a historic milestone as South Africa became the first African nation to host the tournament. The sound of vuvuzelas echoed throughout the competition, creating a unique atmosphere on the pitch. Spain showcased its famous tiki-taka style of football, dominating possession and controlling matches with precise passing. In the final against the Netherlands, Andres Iniesta scored the winning goal in extra time, giving Spain its first FIFA World Cup title. The World Cup returned to Brazil in 2014, and millions of fans hoped to see their nation lift the trophy on home soil. Instead, football witnessed one of the greatest shocks in sporting history. In the semi-final, Germany defeated Brazil 7-1. The result stunned the football world and became one of the most unforgettable matches ever played. Germany advanced to the final against Argentina. After a tense battle, Mario Götze scored in extra time to secure a 1-0 victory and Germany's fourth FIFA World Cup title. The 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia introduced a new generation of stars. France combined youth, speed, and talent throughout the tournament. A young Kylian Mbappé captured global attention with his incredible performances and became one of the tournament's biggest stars. In the final, France defeated Croatia 4-2 to win its second FIFA World Cup title, while Croatia achieved the greatest result in its history by reaching the final. The 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar was historic for many reasons. It was the first World Cup held in the Middle East and the first played during the Northern Hemisphere winter. The tournament delivered unforgettable drama and one of the greatest finals ever played. Argentina and France met in the final. Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappé became the central figures in an extraordinary match filled with goals, tension, and emotion. After a thrilling 3-3 draw, Argentina triumphed in a penalty shootout for Lionel Messi. It was the moment football fans around the world had been waiting for. After years of heartbreak and near misses, he finally lifted the FIFA World Cup trophy. One of football's greatest stories had reached its perfect ending. Over the decades, the FIFA World Cup has produced countless records and achievements. Most FIFA World Cup titles. Brazil 5 most World Cup appearances. Lionel Messi. Most World Cup matches played. Lionel Messi. Most goals in men's World Cup history. Miroslav Klose, 16. Only player to win 3 men's FIFA World Cups. Pelé. Fastest goal in a men's World Cup. Hakan Zuku R. 11 seconds. From 13 teams arriving by ship in Uruguay in 1930 to billions of fans watching across the globe, FIFA World Cup has become far more than a football tournament. It is a celebration of dreams, a stage where heroes are created, a competition where nations unite through the beautiful game. For nearly a century, the World Cup has produced unforgettable champions, legendary players, and moments that will live forever in football history. And every 4 years a new chapter begins, new stars emerge, new stories are written, and the world once again gathers to witness the greatest tournament in football. because the story of the FIFA World Cup is not over. The next chapter is still waiting to be written. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more football stories here on Goal Chronicles. Until next time, keep the passion for football alive.